Hi, I'm Nina and welcome to another chair yoga video. In today's practice, we're going to work with a slow, even counted breath. And we're going to notice how working with that slow breath really challenges us in our postures. In addition, we're going to use a tennis ball to help open up the soles of the feet so that our foundation can better serve us in our standing and balancing poses. Grab your chair, grab your tennis ball, and we'll get started. Okay, so today we're going to use this tennis ball pretty soon, but not yet. So put it someplace safe. I'll just pop it right over there. And then if we have some sort of block, book, box, something to connect our feet to the floor when we sit back in the chair. So take your time, scooch your body back, connect yourself to the earth, turn the palms down into your lap, and just take a moment right now and notice how you feel. Check in with the body. What's going on? And then check in with the breath. What's it like today? And then we're going to begin to slow down and even out that breath. So probably the easiest way to do that is to just add a 3 count to whatever you're breathing now. And if you're going in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Depending on how slowly or how quickly you're breathing. And once you've got it even, you may find that you can easily stretch it just a little bit more to a 4 count. And I want you to be comfortable with this breath, with these slow and even breaths. And if you are still comfortable here, perhaps you want to take it to a 5 count. So what we want to work with today is a 4, 5, or 6 count breath, whatever feels comfortable. As always, when we're working with the breath, we don't want to push it. So if you don't feel good doing this, if you get lightheaded, if you're uncomfortable, please stop. Just come back to your normal breath. But if you are comfortable here with that 4 count or 5 count breath, continue that way. And then we'll release the counting, just come back to a normal breath. Let's bring our right palm to heart center, put left palm on top of that, and take a moment to set an intention for this practice. Anything that's important to you today. Bring it to the front of your mind, bring it to the front of your heart. And then we'll release those hands back down into the lap. And we're going to move forward to the edge of our chair. So when we do that, I'm going to move this block out of the way. And I'm going to bring my feet to the floor. My thighs are parallel, my shins are parallel. I can push into the feet to sit up a little taller. And we're going to return to the slow and even breath. So let's go there. Let's go to our 4, 5, or 6 count breath. Take an inhale. And an exhale. And you know that you may be breathing a little faster or a little slower than I am. That's normal. going to add a little bit of motion in now. So when we begin our next inhale, let's reach those arms up, palms down just as high as shoulder height. And then as we exhale, we take them back down, and we really want the motion and the breath to finish and begin together. We'll do 2 more at this speed. And then pause, put your hands in your lap, release the counting, just breathe normally. Notice how that felt to move so slowly. Okay, we're going to add on now. So this next time we're going to turn the palms to face each other, and we're going to take the arms up. We know that up means wherever up is today, right? We don't force the arms overhead, but we take them up in a mindful way, finding where the arms feel right. Palms are going to face each other. Let's give it a try. We'll do 2 just like that slow counted breath, 4, 5, or 6 counts, whatever is right for you. So we inhale and exhale, float them back down. So perhaps a little higher this time, and because the palms are facing each other, a little different rotation of that upper arm. Let's do 1 more. And let the hands rest in your lap. Pause and notice how that makes you feel. Normal breathing right now. And we're going to add in a lift of the heels as well as the arms lifting up. Now, as we do this, of course, the heels are only lifting up this much, the arms are lifting up this much, and we still want everything moving together with the breath. So the heels are going to be moving a little bit slower than the arms are. Let's try that. Palms face each other. You can bring them down by your side if you like. Shoulders down from the ears, crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. And as we inhale to that 4, 5, or 6 count, we slowly start to lift up the heels as the arms make their way to up. As we exhale, we slowly float the arms and float the heels down. The exhale, the arms and the heels all finish together. 2 more like that. Last one. And then pause, return to your normal breath, your natural breath this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're practicing. Notice how that made you feel. Okay, let's move on to a little cat and cow, just with your normal breath. So inhale, fill up, and exhale, empty, bringing that belly button back to the spine, rounding, dropping the chin. Notice how it feels to bring some movement into that spine. And then after your next exhale, whenever that is, let's just come back to that nice tall spine. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. And we're going to move into a little hamstring stretch now. So I'm just going to take it to the side a little bit, and we're going to extend, in this case, I'll extend my right leg forward. It'll be your right leg. So I'm extending it forward. I'm coming onto the heel, and my foot is flexed back towards me. We sit up tall. I'm at the edge of my chair. Now, my other foot is, the knee is bent and the foot is on the floor, and I'm pushing down. As I push down into that sole of that foot, I can sit a little taller. We can bring the hands down alongside the body. We can hang onto the chair if we like. Let's take an inhale here. As we exhale, we begin to hinge forward over that long leg. Now, we get to that point where, oh yeah, I feel that little hamstring stretch back there, and we stay here and breathe. So long spine, I'm not rounded over, I'm not slumped, I'm sitting up tall, the chin is tucked, my spine is long, and I have this little stretch going on in the back of my hamstring. And then let's come on back up. Bend that leg, put the foot back down, and we'll switch to the other side. So now it's your left leg extending. And my leg is straight-ish, right? There's a little softness in my knee. I don't want to hyperextend it. So it's just a real soft knee here. Sit up tall. I'm at the edge of my chair. This foot is pushing down to help support me. I find the length in the spine. I hinge forward. So just use your normal breath today. Just be aware of it. Be very aware of sensation in the back of the leg. We don't want to overstretch, but we want to feel sensation. We need the hamstrings and all the muscles of the legs and the lower body to help support us when we do our standing postures. And then let's come on back up, bend the knee. Pause for a moment. Now we're going to go back to that first side. So the leg is extended, my foot is flexed, the toes are coming back to me. Now look at that. How do those, does it look like the big toe side is coming towards you a little bit more than the pinky toe? Is the foot sickled a little bit? That's very natural. So let's kind of push away the big toe side, bring the pinky toe side towards you, sit up taller. Already I feel a difference in that hamstring. We're going to come back to that 4, 5, or 6 count even breath. Let's inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward. Slow movements. Stay here. Another slow round of inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, push into that bent knee, foot, and come on back up. And then bend the straight leg and bring it in. Okay, we'll do the other side again. Put the heel, extend the leg out, put the heel down, curl your toes back towards you. Notice right away where that big toe side is. Is it sickling? Is the big toe side of your foot coming a little closer to you than the pinky toe? See if you can even that out. Bring that pinky toe back. And as soon as you do that, you notice a little difference in the back. Sit up tall, arms are down. We're moving back to that slow breath. It's going to be one breath to take us forward. We stay there and then we come back. So let's take that slow inhale, 4, 5, or 6 count. Exhale, hinge forward. Stay for an inhale. And an exhale. And then on your next inhale, come on back up. And then bend that knee, put the foot on the floor. Notice how that feels in the back of the legs. Okay, let's grab our tennis ball. Mine's waiting right here. Let's put it on the floor safely. Now, if you're working on a floor that is not carpeted, or if you're working not on a mat, that tennis ball might shoot out in the way. That's fine. Just be careful when you go pick it up. Let's just pick one foot and just kind of roll all over. So put your foot on the tennis ball. Let's do some back and forth. Wow, does that feel good? just kind of feeling sensation right now on the bottom of the foot. We're breathing normally. We're not counting or anything. We're just really bringing our awareness to the sole of the foot and to sensations on the bottom as we just kind of roll that ball around on the sole of the foot. And make sure you go all over that foot because it does feel good. And then we're going to pause. Just pause. And let's put the heel down and put the just underneath that big toe on the ball. And with the heel on the floor, just kind of push down there. Push down and feel that connection to the earth. Pushing down into that ball. And then slide it across to this next toe. And then toes 3, 4, and 5. So that the heel is down and we're kind of doing a little side to side motion here. My heel is not lifting up off the floor, but it is my pivot point. My spine is tall. I can hinge forward a little, but I don't want to round. And then pause. And we're going to slide that ball back and put it under the heel now. Put the toes on the floor. And from seated, just push down into that heel. And you may notice that in order to push into the heel, that core engages. Bring the hands to the side of the chair and really enjoy that. Push down, get tall. And then release. Put that foot down on the floor. Pause for a moment. Notice sensations in the foot and the ankle. Maybe even into the calf. And then we move it to the other foot and we just do that slide around everything. Woo! Yeah, feels good. And really, you know, if we are shoving our feet into shoes, into, you know, tied up Oxfords or tennis shoes or whatever it is, sometimes those feet need a chance to stretch. We need to loosen up that fascia on the bottom. So this is a really good way to do that. Okay, and then once we've really loosened up everything on the bottom, made it feel good, let's pause, put the heel down, and bring that ball right underneath the big toe side of the foot. So just pushing down there. I have my sitting bones on the edge of the chair. I'm pushing down into that space right underneath my big toe. And then I'm going to slide to the next toe and all the way down to the pinky toe. So I'm pivoting on my heel. My heel is my pivot point, and I'm just opening my foot from side to side. And then pause. Bring that ball back underneath the big toe side of the foot, and then we're going to switch. And we're going to put the heel on the foot. All 5 toes are down. Sit up tall. Maybe hands come next to you on the chair. Push down into the heel. Sit taller. And you can push and release. That's kind of what I'm doing. It's very subtle, very hard to see with the eye, but I do feel that I'm pushing down and then releasing. And then we'll release that. Put that foot on the ground. Just take a moment. Notice how both feet feel. Notice sensations in the soles of the feet, in the ankles, and again, perhaps into the calf muscle, into the shins. Now we're going to move to standing. Of course, most important, pick up the ball, put it someplace safe. I don't want you to trip on this once we stand. I'm even going to pick up my block. And then we'll make our way to standing. Okay, once we've come to standing, I put my ball away safely. I've turned my chair around just so it's close by and I can use the back of the chair to help support me. And the very first thing I'd like us to do is a little calf raise. So we want to have our feet parallel. We want to feel comfortable with our stance. And we've got our fingertips here for fingertip control on the chair. As we inhale, we're going to come forward and up onto the toes. Again, this is fingertip control. And as we exhale, we're going to lower those heels back down. So a simple movement. Calf muscles are now definitely going to be engaged, but we're going to come back to that super slow and even breath. So when you're ready, we start with the inhale, that 4, 5, or 6 count inhale. We're going to go slowly so that at the end of the inhale, our heels are all the way up. And as we exhale, we go just as slowly all the way back down. Let's do 3 more like that. Now you may find that you feel very comfortable doing this, and if that's the case, we're going to release one hand down to the side, and we will alternate these arms. So as we come up, we can float that arm maybe up to a cactus, arm and heels moving at the same rate so that both end when we get to the top of the inhale. And then as we exhale and the heels lower down, we pause there, switch arms. Inhale, take those heels up. And exhale, float everything back down. Slow movements, slow breath, even breath. We'll do one more on each side. And again, if you don't feel comfortable releasing the hand, then you have both hands on the back of the chair for your fingertip control. And you're just lifting and lowering those heels. And then pause with both heels on the ground. Release the count of the breath. If you want to do a little wiggle and a little jiggle, just notice how things feel. Okay. So we're going to work with a little side lift now. And when we do a side lift, we don't need to, we don't need to go that high, right? This is a little bit of a balanced posture for sure, right? We're moving from 2 feet to 1. So I want you to just take it up as high as is comfortable for you. Now we're going to face the chair and do this with our fingertip control. I'll show you one facing the camera though. Both feet are on the ground, both heels are on the ground. I'm in my very comfortable Tadasana, and we'll have that chair in front of us with both hands on the chair. And then our slow inhale is going to take one leg up and out to the side. The slow counted exhale brings it in. The foot lands, the weight shifts, inhaling to the other side. And exhale, bringing it down. So that's how we're going to do this. It's a balanced posture, it's an agility posture, and we're bringing the breath in too. So the brain's involved, everything is working here. Looks simple, but by slowing down the breath this way, we've really added a layer of challenge. So let me bring this chair in front of me. My feet are parallel, I'm in my mountain pose, and we're gonna go with that slow, even counted breath, a 4, 5, or 6 count. When you're ready, inhale and exhale. Shift. Other side. And shift. Take your time. I'm just going to turn a little more towards the camera so you can see me, but you stay right behind your chair. If you feel like I got this, then work on removing one hand. And it can be the same arm as leg. Just lifting it a little bit, not even as high as your shoulder. The exhale brings you down, you shift. Other hand might lift up. Slowly lowering arm and leg and breath, ending together. And it's the slowness of this breath that adds so much challenge because we have to control. We'll do one more on each side. Really bringing us to the present moment with this slow movement. And then pause. Soften into the knees, do your wiggle, do your jiggle. Notice how everything feels. Come back to your normal breath. Okay, now that we've done all the hard work, let's come to a warrior one and see what that feels like with super slow breath. Again, if you want to use the chair for fingertip control, please do. I'm going to just move it out of the way so that I can show you the pose better on the camera. We'll step 1 foot back, doesn't matter which one, set up in your warrior one stance, so your hips are square to maybe the back of the chair. That front knee will bend over front ankle and not beyond it, and the back heel is down. Once we've found this foundation, we straighten the front leg. Arms are down. Let's take it up to a cactus arm. So it's that slow 4, 5, or 6 count inhale. Inhale. Knee bends, arms come up. And the exhale floats the arms down, straightens the leg. Do it again. Again, if you're using the chair for fingertip control, you can only lift and lower one arm if you like, or keep both arms on the chair, both hands on the chair. We'll do 2 more. Next time that you come into the pose, stay there. Soften the shoulders, breathe here, that slow breath. What's it like to hold this pose with that super slow breath? On your next exhale, float the arms down, straighten the leg, take your time. And then step forward to your chair, pause, breathe normally, breathe naturally. Notice how things feel. Okay, we will do the other side. I'm just going to turn to the other side simply so that you can see me a little bit better. Let's see, I did this on this side, so I'll do this one on this side. Again, my hips are pretty square. My front knee is going to bend over that front ankle and not beyond. And then once I've found my foundation, and this is a pretty darn stable feeling for me. I'm not super wide or super back or anything. I just feel very stable here. Then I straighten the leg. This time we're going to take it, we're going to start in cactus, our inhales here, and then as we exhale, we're going to bring those pinkies together in front of us. Okay? So let's start here. Let's bend the knee. Let's start here. This is going to be our inhale. Slow, 4, 5, or 6 count inhale. As we exhale, we start to straighten the leg and we bring those pinkies to touch in front of the face. Elbows are at shoulder height. Inhale, we slowly go back to that starting posture, cactus arms, front knee bend. And we've got 2 more. Now we're going to slowly inhale, bend that knee, open the arms into cactus, coming into warrior 1, cactus arms. Slow and even breaths here. On our next exhale, we slowly straighten the leg, float the arms down, step forward. Let your breath come naturally. Pause and notice the effects of that on your body. Did it seem like more work than usual when we do our warrior 1? Doesn't matter what your answer is, just think about it. And now we're going to make our way back to our chair. Grab the tennis ball too. Okay, so we made it back to our chair. We're sitting towards the edge. My block is close by because I'll need it later. And I've got my tennis ball. And let's just rub that ball underneath the feet again. So really releasing any tension that we may have added by standing in those postures, stretching, and really grounding the feet in that very slow movement. So maybe loosen things up if anything got tight. Ooh, go under the toes. That feels really good. And then pause, pause, pause. Put the foot down. Notice sensations, foot, ankle, shin, calf. And we'll take it to the other side. Oh, yes. Just all over, all over. And it should feel pretty good. And if there's any spot that's like, ooh, you know, let me go there again, go ahead, right? If you've identified something that, oh, that feels good with just a little bit of pressure on it, please take your time, work that through. I like to pay attention to the toes for sure. And then we're gonna pause. Put the foot down. Now there is a spot on the foot between the first 2 toes, the big toe and the toe next to it, just underneath where the ball mound of the foot is, and just maybe a little pressure there. That's kind of a nice pressure point, one of those hurts so good kind of pressure points. If it hurts bad, we don't do it. You know that. But adding a little pressure wherever feels right is a nice thing to do. And then take it over to the other side, right between toes 2 and 3, a little pressure there. I'm sorry, 1 and 2, toes 1 and 2. And then just release. Put both feet on the ground. Pick up all 10 toes and spread them wide. And then put the toes down. Can you start with the pinky toe? Put the pinky toe down and then the 4th toe, the 3rd toe, big toe. Second toe and big toe. How did that feel? Do it again. Pick them up. All 10 toes. Spread them wide. Put them down from the pinky toe side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now they're down and they're spread wide. Pick them up again. Spread them wide. Boom. Put down the big toe side. Just the big toe. Pick it up. Put down the pinky toe. Pick it up. Big toe. Pick it up. Pinky toe. Pick it up. All 5 toes spread wide. Put all 5 down. All 10 down, I mean. Yes. Okay. How'd that feel? Lots of energy moving around in those feet right now. Okay, we're going to grab our block. Put it on the ground. We're going to slide our bodies back in the back of the chair. We'll connect to the earth through this support. We'll turn the palms up. We'll soften or close the eyes. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. Take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Allow your breath to come naturally. And then we'll bring those palms together in front of heart center. Let the thumbs rest on your sternum, telling you this is the midline of the body. Take a moment to recall the intention that you set at the beginning of our class. And then thank yourself for taking time to practice chair yoga today. And I thank you for allowing me to guide you. Thanks so much for joining me today and every day that you tune in. Take care, my friends. Stay well, and I'll see you soon.